What's good, folks? Once again, this is Silent Mode, maker, artist, and LEGO Enthusiast. For the time being, going back to my previous time frame or time slots of a Sunday, and I wanted to get this done because I was really eager to build something that wasn't Lego. Hello to Alexandria in the chat. Thank you for stopping by. I know you're a very busy woman, but I appreciate you being here. So as the title suggests, we're going to be building at least one of these non-Lego sets that I bought yesterday. You can kind of see it in the camera here, but I also have this storage case, a very inexpensive storage case, and I got it more or less out of curiosity, but thinking about making my own version at some point if I am ambitious enough. I see Never Too Old in the chat as well. How's it going, Never Too Old? Thank you for stopping by. But yes, we're going to be building at least one set today. I think it's just going to be one set, and you guys are going to help me decide which one. First and foremost, as is customary on this channel, hope you guys are doing all right, and certainly better than I am. I have a bit of a cold. I guess it's the usual thing at this time of year, but otherwise I'm doing all right. I braved the crowds yesterday in central London. Going into central London at this time of year has lost a lot of its luster for various reasons. I won't go into it, but let's get into something a little bit more exciting. So I have three sets which I bought from The Entertainer, which is for the most part a good Christian toy shop because they're not open on Sundays to keep it holy. But you guys will get to choose between one of these three sets. This is the first one. This is another set in Zuru Max's line of sets in these nice paws, and this is a lamp which is it looks like a small version of the set that came out a while ago. I think Foggy built the Pixar version, but I got this one because this allegedly lights up, and I was really curious to see how well it lights up if it does. There are 4 sets in this series, you can see them here, but the lamp was the only one that interested me. Maybe this book selection here, if it did anything other than look okay, I guess. And then there's a nice coffee machine and a toaster. So that's candidate number 1. Candidate number 2 is also from Block Tech. It's this Christmas house set. 432 pieces, and this cost just £10. It feels very substantial, certainly more than an equivalent Lego set. I did a little bit of research into Block Tech. I don't know which country they originate from, but they started as a UK distributor, at least. I would suspect that they're either from Germany or the Netherlands. Doesn't matter anyway. That's the second candidate. And then the third candidate is one that's actually been on my Amazon wish list. This Pokemon Pokedex by Mega Constructs. And I got this because I'm not necessarily a Pokemon fan, but I do like these devices. It kind of reminds me of the Game Boy, which is fitting because it's a Nintendo property. But I had this on my Amazon wish list and it was discounted, so I decided to get it. Anyway, you guys get to decide which of these I'm going to build in this live stream. Alexandria has a real Pokedex. That's possibly an option if I decide to make my own version. And Never Too Old has this case. What do you make of this case? Okay, so I'm not entirely sure, but I think Never Too Old wants me to build the max set. Maybe you could provide some clarification. All right, so you like the case. Yeah, you see, I mean, I looked at it, it was very, very inexpensive, and I know there's another one which is more of a lunchbox style. I look at these things and I always think, you know what, I could make one of those. but in case I didn't, I thought I'd grab hold of one, so at least I have something as a reference. Alright, so I guess we're going to build this set. I am actually really curious about this set, and these other ones I'm going to save for a future date. Maybe this one could be a Christmas build, but let's get right into it. Yeah, the compartments thing, just looking at it, the requirements are always going to be different for different people, aren't they? Some people want to store larger parts, some people want it as a collection of smaller compartments. Let me just adjust this camera so you guys can get a better view. And I guess that's the beauty of going as far as designing my own version. I can make it exactly how I want it to. And funny enough, the light has gone down, but we will fight through it. Right, so let's get to building this set. And ironically, we can see how well this lights things up if it does. Let me see, before I do that. Oh no, it doesn't mention anything about battery, but we'll see. So Never2All suggests you could turn these into Pokeballs, although I don't know if we can call them Pokeballs. You may have to call them something else. Yeah, this Swiss Army knife was a gift, as I mentioned before, from my my dear brother, and I made sure I kept it. It has been extremely useful. I do like Swiss Army knives. It's a genuine thing. It doesn't fly, unfortunately. Alright, so packaging is quite hard to get off. Pause. I still have these things. Not sure what to do with them. Maybe I will turn them into Pokeballs or something. Alright, so we have, this is obviously the bit that lights up. You've got the container here, this custom bucket piece, and I can see inside that there's a bulb or something. There's what, open it up. So while I'm doing this, let me know how you guys' Sunday is going at the moment. Although for some people it's perhaps really early, it could even be Saturday still. Okay, just a second. I'm gonna try and put some more light in here, just by opening the curtain. Alright. Well, yeah, I remember LEGO had, I think they still have a transparent piece that they often use for Christmas decorations. I don't know if they still do those kinds of sets, but if you can get hold of those pieces, then they'd be really good, especially if you wanted something LEGO themed to use for Christmas decorations. So yeah, from the outset, I think this is a good alternative to buying a, I think it's 60-70 pound sets for the Pixar version. I mean, obviously it's a lot smaller, but excuse me, it looks just as good. Oh, and there's a good old sticker trapped inside the instructions. You see, Never2All, that would be a great idea for a UCS or collector's edition set, a larger scale advent calendar. So this is the sticker that they have. I guess it is for, well, I'm not sure what it's for, to be honest, but we will see. But it's just that one transparent sticker. Nothing to worry about. Let's get to building. So anyhow, yesterday was a very busy day. I definitely felt the need to go outside, but I also paid a visit to my storage unit, which is literally on the other side of London, to retrieve a few items. And I almost didn't do it because it was such a long way, but I plucked up the courage to do it, and it was worth it in the end. And of course, in addition, I did some shopping for myself. We got these infamous plates again. There's at least 3 of them, and we're starting to build off using these. I should probably organize these parts before building anything. I did hear that rumor somewhere that Alexandria didn't like stickers. I can't remember where from though. Maybe it's an urban myth. So just a second. That's cold. That's very cold. Oh, I had missed something. I got it wrong. Okay. There we go. It's meant to go this way. It's a pretty good. I mean, I found this song randomly online. It's kind of catchy though. Don't know if you heard of the person who did it. Old LEGO Never or something. Sounds something like that. We're building the base at the moment. Yeah, that's where. Obviously, this is where I got the idea that maybe Alexandra hates stickers. What a coincidence. That's what we have so far. It's an interesting, fairly simple construction. Old to LEGO for never. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Yeah, something like that. I mean, I'd have to look it up. So many of these people these days making music. So this is where the sticker goes, I think. We have to assemble this turntable ourselves. And then the sticker goes on top of this tile here. I'm not going to put it on because I don't like stickers. But I'm going to guess that this is a switch. Or it's meant to represent a switch anyway. It does look like a memory card from the PS1. I never actually had the PS1, but my brother did, and I saw them lying around quite a few places. It's amazing how far technology's come these days. Anyway, yeah. Just have to keep track of all these bits. So for the rest of the day, I'm looking at recording a voiceover for my latest Gumball Advent Calendar video. I'm also sorting through some of my LEGO collection in preparation for hopefully building some stuff. As I said in Brick Therapy, I have placed an order from LEGO for some sets and some parts. And it's going to take a while to arrive, but I can get things ready in the meantime. Hang on. I've got that wrong. This is mince. So I can start this bit again. I bet you haven't touched that thing in years. I still have my Nintendo DS. I think I have my 3DS somewhere, and I made the mistake of re-exploring it in the last couple of weeks or so, and that thing is lethal, I'll tell you what. Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, the original PlayStation is over 25 years old now. Gosh, how time flies. Hinge piece, you have to assemble it ourselves. I guess one of the benefits of what we're calling the Red Square brand now is that those things come ready assembled. We have to put it together ourselves here. Okay, 2 of those we have to make. I think they can only go on one way anyway, unless you try and put them on in reverse. Okay, that's 2 of those. So yeah, you guys will get to see what I've ordered from LEGO once everything arrives. I think it's going to be a rather special live stream. Okay, so we got, can't see it, 2 each of these. Attach them to this thing here, like so. That's one, and there's the other. I'm assuming we're making the neck for this this lamp. I have to remember to position my hands properly. I'm pretty sure they know about your channel already. They certainly know about me, or at least I assume they do. And if they don't already, they will eventually. But yeah, I wouldn't, to be absolutely honest, I wouldn't worry too much about it. Just like any company, they like who they like, and there's not much else we can do. It's all good though. Let me just get these hinge pieces out the way. I think I'm missing a piece, unless I put it somewhere completely different. Yeah, I think I missed. Oh no, I used the wrong piece somewhere. I used the wrong piece here. See, I got this piece which I was meant to use here, and I guess I'm getting old, but I couldn't actually tell the difference. There we go, easily corrected. Yeah, to be honest, I guess I'm starting to call them red square because it's somewhat out of respect for the company, but at the same time, not really. I'm not trying to disrupt or destroy anything, but okay, more shots. Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's very easy to get sucked into the whole content creator thing and then start chasing views, subscribers, all kinds of other stuff. It's very easy to get caught up in there, and I personally think it's more important to have fun doing these things, otherwise it ruins the product. I think that's how it goes. Yep. I mean, dare I say it, it's almost as if it's a disease trying to be a content creator these days, or at least pursuing what we're told being a content creator is about. There's a couple more hinges to assemble, and we are attaching them like so. I'm making this really thick neck for this lamp. Well, just out of curiosity, what do you think that's down to? Never too old. Okay, we can't bend this at all now. It's a very sturdy construction. But this is how you can use the hinge plates to create these angles and curves, if you like. Oh, we can actually bend that here, but we're not meant to. It's meant to attach there. I wouldn't be surprised if I have lost more subscribers for the second year running, but I haven't actually checked. That is perfectly fine as well, because who needs fickle subscribers, fickle fans? Interesting bracket pieces. They've got these curves at the top. Otherwise, they act the same way as LEGO's version. I don't look at my stats at all. I just don't like seeing red all the time. So I'm meant to build 2 of these. Well, I have absolutely no idea what it could be. It could really be anything. Alright, so this, I'm going to assume this is the base of the lamp. The base of the lamp arm. And this will plug into these holes here. Well, I mean, I'm no YouTube expert, but I think the thing to remember is that they are focused on making money from the advertisers, so they're going to promote stuff that they know that people will watch. But then they'll say or suggest that it's your fault for not making the kind of content that people will watch, while at the same time promoting certain people over others. This indeed is why I have the slogan. Anyway. Let's see. Okay, I think it goes like this. Kind of wish I had Big Mac set up for the camera so you can easily see what I am trying to do. Okay. So this arm fits onto these studs here. And then this arm goes underneath here. That's interesting. How's it going, Mayo? Thanks for stopping by, man. I see you bought a whole bunch of sets as well. In I'm gonna guess it's in the LEGO Insiders promotion. Come on now, focus. But yeah, we're building some non-LEGO sets today, and these guys have chosen the Zuru Max home lamp sets that I bought. Gonna see if it lights up and how well it lights up, because that was the appeal of this set. Okay, we are meant to connect these together, I believe. So while I'm not going to mention just yet which sets I bought yesterday, I can say that I only got 2 of the 3 gift for purchases that Mayo displayed in his photo. But I think it's important to mention, especially given everything that's gone on, I am not rich. I'm not flush with money. It was I mostly was able to get the sets and the bits that I wanted because I had a whole bunch of insider points to use, and that was always the intention. Oh, okay, I see. I see. So not a problem then. So yeah, this is quite an involved build for 122 parts. I got no problem with it so far whatsoever. Yeah, let's see if this is gonna work. I've got a light here. Let's see if this is gonna make a difference. Okay, that's not bad. Hopefully you can see it more easily what I'm doing. Yeah, I never actually thought of getting the well, if I remember correctly, there is something where you can spend the insider points to get certain items. I never actually thought of doing that. Always forget. But to be absolutely honest, I probably would have, if I had received it, I probably would have looked to resell it, because I'm not really about the sets these days. I do remember that episode where they didn't give you the gift with purchases. Excuse me. Okay, I was meant to do that twice. Yep. So who else is looking forward to December? We're almost there. I'm actually looking forward to Thanksgiving, which isn't really a thing over here, but I'm going to be going out for a Thanksgiving meal that I organized a while ago, and hopefully going to enjoy some good Thanksgiving style food. It's actually being produced by an American, so I'm expecting great things. So we've got this ball joint, which is the ball and one of these Technic pins, and that obviously is going to go in here, and that's going to house the head of the lamp. And just as I suspected, this is going to plug right in here with these Technic pins, just like that. Very rigid. I didn't know that they had Thanksgiving. I'm gonna guess it's American football games. So look at that, pretty sturdy at the moment. It kind of looks as if it's something you'd find at an event, somebody's creation or something. All right, now we're down to the last parts, which is obviously the head of the lamp. There's that, Lynx. How you doing, Canadian Lynx? I would dare you to try and steal any of the stuff here. As a matter of fact, you'd probably be welcome to it, because I've got way too much. You would get a hernia trying to steal my LEGO collection. But thanks for stopping by. Sorry to hear that you're not feeling well. Hopefully it is nothing particularly serious. I've got the sniffles myself. Thank you very much. Glad to have you on board, Canadian Lynx. And it's about time. I'm kidding. Funnily enough, I actually do have cat treats. I guess it's probably a sign of my old age, but I've actually started trying to feed cats on the streets. I've come across a few since I've moved into this new place, and I always make sure I have cat treats handy. Some dog treats as well, because I like dogs as well. They seem to appreciate it. And I will say the cats around here seem to be on the friendlier side compared to where I used to live. I don't know if it's coincidence, but it is what it is. Okay, fortunately I didn't change anything, so that's good. Good that you can hear me. Okay, getting to the home stretch. Nice silvery 4x4 round plates. How's it going, Hoarder? Hoarder 66. I have to make an admission, it took me a while to get the reference initially, but I get the reference now. Right, so we got this 6x6 silvery disc as well. That's going to serve as a reflector, and that just sits in here quite nicely. And this goes on top. And then, yes, thanks for reminding me, Links. I got the Friends Advent Calendar as well. And unlike other YouTubers, I'm going to be doing them one day at a time. I've heard that some people have already made videos where they just open every single day at once. That's not how I get down though. But I will make I'll make a note of watching your videos as well, Links. A Sith, okay. Apparently I'm a Sith Wookiee. Not sure how that happened. Anyhow, this is the head of the lamp, and that obviously will sit here. I'm not quite sure how to turn this on though. Okay, there's the instructions for turning it on. Apparently you have to twist the lamp, or twist the bulb. Before I do that though, apparently I have these parts spare. There are actually spare parts in this set compared to the other ones that I did, the retro sets. But now the moment of truth. I'm going to turn this light off. And apparently we turn this anti-clockwise to turn on. There you go, look at that. It actually does turn on. It's not the most powerful light, but it is, well, given that it runs on I think it's a couple of really small cell batteries, I think that's pretty impressive. And then turn it clockwise to turn off. It's got this nice clicking sound as well. Like that. And then you can move the head obviously in whichever direction you want. can even turn it this way, and it balances pretty well. So yes, I actually really like this set, and I'd actually be tempted to get another one. But yes, there are 4 in the series. I think this is the only one I'd be interested in though. The other ones, so you got these. Maybe the espresso or coffee machine, but the others I'm not too keen on, to be honest, just looking at them. Well, you know, I might be convinced to get the others. As a matter of fact, if you ask me really, really nicely, I could go out and get the other ones after this live stream before the supermarkets close. But yeah, I really like this set. And this cost, I didn't get the same, unfortunately it wasn't the same deal as the previous one. This was a straight £8 in the supermarket, or rather the Entertainer, which is where I got it from, but they sell it in the supermarket as well. Just having a look at the chat here. It's great that you guys are talking to each other, by the way. But Alexandra wants me to go and get those sets. So does the links. You know what? Since you guys asked really, really nicely, I think I'll go and do that. And I think I know just where to go as well. Fortunately, I'm in a position where I can. Hopefully they still have them in stock though, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Anyway, that is this lamp set. And in future, for those who haven't seen it, I also have this set from Block Tech. I think that's gonna be a build for next month to get into the Christmas spirits. This is also fairly inexpensive. Whoops. And then I have this bad boy right here, the Pokédex made by Mega Constructs. Not sure when I'm going to build this, but that's on the cards as well. So I got to go prepare myself to get these other max sets by request. Yeah, unfortunately I can't post a link from here because I don't have the chat thing, but I'm pretty sure someone will hook you up with the Brick Therapy link. You can also find it, I'm pretty sure, in the video description. But yes, I'm going to head out now, and all that's left to say is thank you guys for playing along as usual. I really appreciate it, and until next time, this is SilentMode, maker, artist and LEGO enthusiast, as usual encouraging you all